As the wedding march played and the guests rose in awe of the radiant bride walking down the aisle, no one expected the groom's teenage son to rise from his seat, trembling pale, and clutching a USB stick that would unravel the ceremony into chaos. But when he shouted, "Stop the wedding! She's not who you think she is," the room froze, and within moments, his father would be on the phone with 911, shaking, shattered, and questioning everything he thought he knew about love, loyalty, and lies. This is the story that shook an entire town and left everyone asking, how far can betrayal go before justice must answer? Subscribe now for more jaw-dropping stories that start with vows and end with truths no one saw coming. The July sun bore down on the sprawling backyard of the Langston estate, where white chairs lined the lawn, decorated with pastel flowers, and guests fanned themselves, sipping champagne, waiting for the ceremony of love between Harold Langston, a 46-year-old successful software CEO, and his stunning 29-year-old fiancée, Alina Mărescu, to begin. Friends and family murmured about how lucky Harold was, how beautiful Alina looked, how touching it was that even his son, 16-year-old Jordan, had come to accept his father's new bride after a turbulent few months of silence and standoffish behavior. Dressed in a crisp navy suit, Jordan sat in the second row, just behind his aunt and beside his best friend Zach. His knuckles white around a small flash drive he'd hidden in his inside pocket for over a week. His eyes flicked between the guests and the path where Alina would soon walk, his stomach turning as he recalled the contents of the drive, evidence he'd stumbled upon by accident but couldn't unsee. It began a month ago, late one night, when Jordan had gone into his dad's home office to borrow his laptop. He needed it for a school project, and since his own laptop was dead, he used his dad's admin password to access the files, something he'd done before with permission. But this time, a file popped up in the browser history, a strange trail of searches involving encrypted banking, Eastern European criminal forums, and a name, Vladislav Chernov. Intrigued and unsettled, Jordan dug deeper and found a hidden folder, labeled A.M. Alina's initials. Inside were screenshots, voice memos, and correspondence in Romanian, some of which he had to run through translators. What unraveled was not just a dit, was terrifying. There were email exchanges where Alina spoke of the target and final extraction. Phrases like, "Once the deed is done, we'll vanish," and "his son is the only liability," were repeated with increasing frequency. Jordan, frightened, began secretly recording his conversations with Alina when she visited. One, in particular, chilled him. Alina on a call, in hushed tones, saying, "He trusts me. After the vows, the money transfers, then no loose ends." Jordan showed everything to Zach, who urged him to go to the police, but Jordan feared no one would believe him, especially not his father, who was hopelessly smitten. So Jordan waited, collected more proof, including a video of Alina meeting an unknown man in a black Mercedes late at night behind a gas station. A man who passed her an envelope she later tucked into Harold's safe, which Jordan had photographed. Opened the next day, the envelope gone. The plan was simple. Wait until the ceremony, when all eyes were on Alina, and expose her publicly in a way no one could deny. As the music began, and Alina, draped in white lace and a dazzling diamond tiara, began her walk down the aisle, Jordan stood, heart pounding. The crowd turned, murmuring. Harold smiled at his bride, but then noticed his son's face, strained, eyes filled with urgency. Jordan stepped into the aisle and shouted, "Stop the wedding!" Gasps echoed, and the music cut abruptly. Alina froze. Harold's smile dropped. "Dad, I'm sorry, but I can't let you marry Hirsch. She's not who you think she is." Jordan cried, then turned to the crowd. "I have proof she's been planning to rob you and maybe worse." Pandemonium broke. Alina demanded he be removed, calling him unstable, hormonal, and disrespectful. But Jordan marched to the front, pulled out a portable speaker, and played the voice memo of Alina whispering about the target and no loose ends. Whispers turned to shouts. Harold turned pale. "Jordan, where did you get that?" he asked. "From your laptop? From her files? What I've seen her do behind your back?" Jordan handed him the flash drive. "Everything's on here. Bank accounts, Her meeting with some guy named Chernov? Conversations about your money? About me being a problem. Alina lunged forward, trying to snatch it, but Harold recoiled. "Don't touch me," he whispered. "Is it true?" Alina trembled, but tried to laugh it off, saying it was a joke, a misunderstanding, role play. But Harold wasn't listening. He walked away from her, toward a table, grabbed his phone, and dialed 911. "Yes," he said shakily. "I need to report a potential identity fraud and conspiracy to commit theft." In less than 20 minutes, police arrived. Lena tried to flee, but a groomsman blocked her. The man in the black Mercedes was found waiting a few blocks away, and upon arrest, was discovered to be on Interpol's watch list. Over the next few days, the story exploded across local and national news. Tech mogul saved by teen son from marrying international con artist. Alina's real name was revealed as Alina Dumitrescu, a wanted felon in 3 countries, skilled in romance scams targeting wealthy middle-aged men. She and Chernov had orchestrated 6 such thefts before, all ending in disappearances and drained. Accounts the wedding guests were in disbelief. Many had seen Alina at charity balls, corporate events, even family dinners. No one suspected. Harold was heartbroken but grateful. "I didn't want to believe my own son," he said during a televised interview, "but he saved my life." Literally. Jordan was hailed as a hero, receiving awards, interviews, and even a scholarship fund started in his name. The Langston estate remained quiet in the weeks after the aborted wedding, with Harold taking time off and Jordan resuming therapy to cope with the emotional trauma. But one thing was clear: Jordan's bravery not only saved millions in assets, but possibly his father's life. Months later, while cleaning out his dad's office, Jordan found a note tucked under a photo of the 2 of them fishing. It read, "Son, sometimes we fall so deeply into what we want to be true that we forget to see what is. Thank you for opening my eyes. You're my greatest gift, Dad." And as father and son rebuilt trust and moved forward, one chilling truth remained: if Jordan hadn't acted when he did, the wedding might have been followed not by a honeymoon, but by a disappearance in a tombstone. Expose the dark truths hidden beneath perfect smiles and wedding veils. Subscribe now and never miss a tale that could save a life. Asterisk.